mean, I know it's not the same thing, but it feels a lot like the same thing.
Well, I'll be honest with you as well, and again, we've discussed some of it a bit on the drive, but over time, the more I've gotten used to this, and I mean, in a way, I've been habituated as well to being able to sit here and not see a camera anymore.
I know.
Have friends and people that are interested, and some of you might be your first tonight joining us on a fire, but it really is very real talking to people, having a conversation with you now, and the differences, as you say, are smaller and smaller as we can share it more and more. So
am I okay? I'll get it.
That in. No, actually, let me just put it a little bit more there.
Okay.
Sound is always a tricky thing for us, as you know.
Yes, I do.
Here we go.
There. Am I a mover and a shaker? No, a mover. Yes, I'm a mover.
So then you've spent, I mean, you've been in the bush now for just over a week.
Yes, we first arrived in the bush on Thursday so a week ago yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, so how many drives have we been on? I missed the very first one, unfortunately, because we flew from Joburg to Hoedspruit in that little...
Yeah, sort of, you expect the wind to do this every now and again.
And it was very windy. So you're coming down over the Drakensberg, and we're about ready to land, and up it all comes, and I'm feeling really pretty awful, and then we get into the transfer vehicle, and we're bouncing up and down the road, and up and down the road, and
this is now after having flown from...
Excuse me?
This is now after having flown from America as well, so you've got that journey behind you as well.
We had been one night in Amsterdam, and then we flew we stayed the whole night in Amsterdam. Yeah. Then we flew the next day to Joburg, and then we stayed overnight there. So it had a little bit of break in it, but we drive into the driveway at Elephant Plains, and there are 3 vehicles full of people ready to go out on the afternoon drive, and we're right there, just ready to go. And I said, I'm really sick. Yeah. So unfortunately, it was on the opposite side of the van from the people, but that was a grand and glorious entrance, I'll tell you.
It was just too much traveling at the time. Enough driving for the moment, but I've got another week.
That's right. So I missed the first one. And Margaret, who came on blind faith, Margaret is not a Wild Earth watcher. She's out saving the world while I'm sitting on my bum watching Wild Earth. And so she came knowing very little but willing to come.
Yeah, just happy to go along. That's very, very nice.
I know. So she got in the vehicle. They went out. She's out for 3 hours. They saw Styx Pride. They saw Salacia, the equivalent of Karula over there. They saw a breeding herd of elephants. She was blown away.
Yeah. You just check there behind the cameras.
Yeah.
You know, I was also seen, just speaking of which, and so not to jump around too much, it's one thing I should be better at, is being more focused in the conversation, but they saw safari this morning. Not elephant,
safari?
Yeah, safari. Well, the direct neighbours of Elephant Plains is a private lodge. And I had a chat with Cheryl earlier, and they saw safari earlier this morning. So, did you see her at all?
No.
Not? Yeah, but she's in that area more now, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we did. We saw Salacia, who's the daughter of... No, not Safari. She's a daughter of Siseka. There was a Siseka over there.
That's Siseka, that's, yeah.
Yes,
that's
over there. Yeah. Right. We saw Nayaleti, who's also a Siseka daughter, and we saw Nayaleti's daughter in Bilo, and Salacia has 2 cubs right now. So we saw 5 leopards. 5 leopards,
yeah.
Over there. But no, we didn't see safari, and I haven't seen. No, I shouldn't say that. I saw Karula for about
briefly
yesterday when.
Yeah. You're never on the camp area there, but.
Yeah.
Have you seen the cubs? You've seen Induna and Misha?
I've seen both of them. And you know what I think?
How are they going to feel if they were to watch this? Not that they do. They've got better things to do. But if they heard that you said you saw your first male leopard this morning.
Oh, they're babies.
No,
I mean, a full-grown male.
No, it's a different thing, man. It's a spectacular thing.
Right.
And what's also nice is the fact that you saw them right here in front of your rooms, basically.
Oh, we saw Induna on top of the tree mound. I think Charles said maybe it was 400 meters away from the lodge. And I'm telling you that Bailey looked and looked and looked and looked and looked at me. He was just looking. I said, I know you. I have known you since you were born. I know you, little boy.
Yeah.
If Cruella had wanted us to see her, she'd have shown up, and she didn't.
She must have shown up. She was leaving on camp last night. Well, I want to ask you, it's sometimes I ask unfair questions maybe, but were the game drives that you went on, having come out, you know, all the way from home, anything like you expected?
I don't know what I was going to see. I came to South Africa to see animals. And someone of my dear loved ones said, hey, you can sit in front of your computer and see the animals. Well, yeah. What Margaret and I have discovered about being out there, two things. First is, we were not out there to see anything in particular.
You're just out there to be out there.
We're out there to be out there. To smell it, to hear it, quiet. Oh my word, it is so quiet. So quiet. To smell it, to hear it, to feel it, to see it. And the other thing that we have mentioned many, many times is the timelessness of being here, both short-term and long-term. I mean, short-term, you're right. I don't know what day it is. I don't even know what time it is. And long-term, think about all of the jillions of generations before Michoud and Duna.
Before me and you.
Yeah.
Or before anything else.
Millions of generations. And we're here for a very brief moment on this earth for sure, and in Juma camp for even more sure.
Really for sure.
And the drama that's out there, whether any of us are there or not, the drama that's there every day. Awesome. Everybody should come to South Africa. Don't you think?
I think so too. You just said it so beautifully though.
Thank you.
You know what, and I had something else I was going to say next, but firstly, Kay, it really is, it's a pleasure for me to sit here talking to you, eh? You know that. It's amazing to have known each other in other ways for quite a while and to be able to share this time. I mean, we're also very lucky that we had more opportunity than normal to spend a lot of time together. You've had dinner with various ones from camp. You've met all of us in various ways. I mean, Alicia and I are going to have dinner with you later. Unfortunately, Herman is going on a night drive. Patrick and Rex and Danny for dinner. We've met Jessica and other Patrick and Stephen even. Thank you so much for taking him out as well.
That was wonderful. This is Margaret and I also talk about our great karma. I mean, we are the only two guests in that whole lodge. There were, 3, 4, 5,